Hi, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with Colleen. Thanks for joining me today. As a reminder, we would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to our podcast here, and then also share it with others that you think would be interested in hearing about what we have to say. And then we also have a YouTube channel at The Author's Voice. You can check that out for some of our reels and shorts and different information. Today, I'm going to talk about the third part of building your author brand. But first, I want to go back and just do a little quick review about what I talked about in part one and part two. Part one of the series, I talked about landing pages and your website and the importance of creating one so that you can bring in those qualified leads that will eventually sign up for your email list and become raving fans. And then I talked about in part two about lead magnets, which are otherwise known as reader magnets in the world of books. They are valuable free information that's aimed towards the specific audience you want to attract, whether that's current readers, potential readers, or new readers. And then they take action by subscribing to your list. And you can find those links for those two episodes in the show notes below. This week in part three, I'm going to talk about setting up your author mailing list. You have your landing page ready for people to go visit. You have a reader magnet that is drawn to a specific audience, whichever audience it is you want to attract, and then have that specific call to action you want them to take. So your goal is that you want to entice people, whether it's your current readers, new readers, or potential readers, you want to get them to your site so that they sign up for more information and then they'll become lifelong fans. Staying in touch with them, building that know, like, and trust factor is going to make them want to stay with you, figure out what's next, a new book, a new course, whatever that is. You probably know, but there are several email marketing platforms that you could use, whether that's Constant Contact, MailChimp, there's HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, and several others. If you don't have a huge list of people yet, there are free platforms. And like MailChimp, you can get up to a certain number of subscribers before you have to pay. And I'm sure that's with the other ones too, but you can find out what they're offering. And some of the services that you want to look for are, one is security. Your responsibility is to take care of your customers' data, which is their email addresses. And you want to make sure that the service provider that you're going to use for your email is providing best practices so that they secure your information and your information is safe. The next is the ease of the use. How easy is it to use? Because you want it to be easy for you and your reader. You want to make it easy for people to sign up for your list. And then you also want it to be easy for you when you create your email templates, when you write your information, when you want to send your information out. Make it sure it's easy for everyone involved. Then there's the automation of your email service. Do they have those drip campaigns or trigger emails that just go out automatically? Can you schedule your emails for when you want them to go out? You want it to be easy again for you. In the long run, it is going to save you lots of time and money, and it'll even save your assistant's time too, if you have one working for you. Then there's that third-party integration. Is it going to be user-friendly with other tools that you could work with, like CRMs, Zapier, JotForm, those type of application tools that will integrate with what email service you're using if you use those other tools. And again, you don't have to do this all at once. Don't get overwhelmed by that, okay? And then analytics. What kind of analytics do they keep track of? Subscriber rates, failed emails. If they don't go out, do they keep track of the emails that don't go out? When subscribers leave, do they take care of that and keep track of that information? What analytics, what do they analyze for you so that you know what's going on with people? And then customer support. At some point in time, you will need customer support. So find out what kind of services they offer for customer support. Can you actually talk to a human being, or do you have to go through email or a bot? You might have to do that, but find out what kind of information or services they provide for that. And then you'll be able to know when you potentially have a problem, which will probably come up. Remember one thing, no matter what. You own your website and you own your email list. Nobody can take that away from you, not at all. Now, if you're on social media only, a lot of people just do that. And whether it's Facebook or Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever that is, if those platforms were to stop even for an hour or two, how about for a day? Or maybe all of a sudden they just decide to close down forever. What's going to happen to your information? What would happen if all that information was gone? Your images, contact information, any of the intellectual property that you've written or posted. You want to make sure that you have that. And also, you don't want to be that person who can't reach out to somebody. If you have your contact list through your contact email support or your CRM, you've got that information so that you can go on with what you're doing and you don't have to worry about that. You can still reach your audience and that email list, and you can direct them to your website. And that's what's really important. So in closing, I just want to say your author brand, it takes strategy to build that. And it's really essential for you to create those raving fans, developing that know, like, and trust factor so that people just keep wanting to find out what's going on with you and finding out what's next. In your author brand, it's unique about you. It's unique from other people. Your author branding is you, and people will branding, when you brand your author voice, you let customers know what they can expect from you, what they can expect from your products, they can expect from your services, your books, whatever that is. It's the result of who you are and who you want to be. It's your voice. People will learn to recognize that when you are true to your author brand, to you, who you are. It's important that you can't be all things to all people. So you want to be your branding speaking to the people that you want to attract. And that's where it's going to come in. People you want to attract and who are excited about you, they're going to become raving fans. Again, the know, like, and trust factor. So start with your website or your landing page and then create that value-packed lead reader magnet so that people will come to your site, they'll be interested, they'll be excited to download it, and then you've got their email list, and then they'll become raving fans when you stay in contact with them and provide that valuable information and let them know what's going on in your author life.